Warning: the following podcast contains strong language which some listeners may find offensive. If you do,
Up yours! That's only if you don't listen to the podcast. Otherwise, not up yours.
did you know the Untitled Wrestling Podcast is on all of the social media outlets? Give us a like, follow, share, subscribe, or even a review if you're feeling generous. Facebook and YouTube at Untitled Wrestling Podcast, Twitter, Twitch, and Discord at Untitled Rest Pod.
Yeah! Welcome everybody to the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. I'm Aaron. This is Troy, and
What is this? What is this?
it's the Great American Bash, baby. Yeah! Yeah!
How you doing, partner?
I'm doing all right.
Aye, you sound it.
I am. Oh.
Aye. Have you had any 4th of July celebrations? Have you had a barbecue? Have you had any tough steak, courtesy of Jubba Joe? We'll get to that.
What I did have actually?
Aye, go on.
I had ostrich.
Oh, you had ostrich the other week.
I had ostrich. Yeah.
I bought some more. Were they the ostrich burgers from Aldi by any chance?
Not burgers, they were just steaks, but they were from Aldi's, yes.
Oh, yeah, they do the steaks and they do the burgers.
Yeah.
See, I got the burgers last time and I was going to get the steaks this time, but I thought, ostrich is ostrich, isn't it?
Yeah, I hadn't had it before.
I hadn't had it before. What do you think it tastes like?
It was nice. It was just a bit tendony.
Ah, okay. Get the
A bit-
burgers next time.
yeah.
The burgers, it's like turkey mince, turkey meat. It's
Yeah.
like turkey burgers.
The steak was nice. It was just a bit full of tendons, really chewy.
Chewy.
Yeah.
Hey, aye.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's a Great American Bash. It's
Aye.
a special episode
Fucking damn right, it's
for
special.
all the right and the wrong reasons at the same time.
Mainly wrong, but yeah, cool. It's NXT, mate. It's always mainly wrong.
Oh, I cannot wait. Shall we just jump into it?
Get in straight there, mate.
Fucking go. Oh, right. First up, before it even starts, the woo is back in the intro. Sorry.
It is.
Woo!
Are you allowed to do that?
Snow in the house, so yes.
Okay. For those that don't know, Aaron's partner has pretty much banned him from wooing. This was even before Helicopter Gate came out as well. When I first met you at the Rumble a couple of years ago, and you did it, and Courtney she looked like a disappointed parent.
Yeah,
when you did that.
I get a limit of one a night.
One
if
a
we're
night.
out watching wrestling or whatever.
Yeah. I encourage it as well, just because it's amusing. It's slightly amusing to see Courtney wound up by it. And it's also amusing to see you crawl back in your shell like a turtle when you know a bollocking's coming from her. Oh, man.
We have great times there.
We do. So the woo's back. For better or for worse, mainly worse.
Yep. So that's fun. Right. The intro to the whole show is a party where they discuss who's winning. I've got some noticeable moments in this. Right.
Of course you have. Of course you have.
B Square Jr. stares at women with breets, the little virgin that he is.
With breests.
Breets. You put the
Breets.
T, they put the T before the S. Breets.
Breets.
There you go.
Big, voluptuous breets.
Breets.
Oh, God.
The little virgin that he is.
Aye. He's got that foam paddle thing, isn't he? And
a noodle.
A noodle, that's what they're called.
They're called noodles, yeah.
A noodle.
Is it not?
Aye.
It was one of them that scooshed water out too. One of those noodles.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know, mate.
Yeah.
It's no dripstick.
It's because his noodle was doing that as well in his pants. Hey!
Let's not. let's not.
We'll leave the come till later, shall we? Anyway, more on this. Indy Hartwell, Nikki Lyons suggest Cora and Roxanne are winning the women's tag titles. Some man wearing socks at the pool says, "Just because you dream of being a champion your whole life, don't make you champion."
So the one that was at the pool, I forget their name. They were in when Joe Gacy did that open gender invitational They were one of the ones that showed up.
Right.
I
Well,
can't remember their name.
he wears socks to a pool, so that's weird.
Cool.
Also, he did say this to former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion Indy Hartwell as well, but it's fine.
Flirt.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
And then our main man Nathan Fraser goes, "I hope Braun Shoulders okay."
I don't need to do an impression again because I know that yours covers everything that I would do.
Yeah. I was trained by Seth Rollins.
That's not what he said on this occasion.
No, he didn't.
but everything he does say is roughly translated to that. If you can't understand what he says, that's probably what it is.
If you don't like Seth Rollins, you're not gonna like me. Yeah. And my final note is Duke Fudson. He wants some ladies, but somehow gets cannonballed by Sanga. But more importantly, what's a slang term for a vagina? It's fun. Vagina talk time.
Baby cannon, cock socket, mum's glove box, tampon tunnel, a pink taco, juice box.
How have you segued into that?
This isn't the first time we've done this.
Yeah, but what I do is, it's like, you know, when you dump like the cache on your computer.
Yeah.
That's what I do after every time we've reviewed an NXT episode. So if you said it before, I'm not going to remember it because it's like that. It's like emptying a recycle bin.
It's just put in the back of the brain.
It's not even in the. It's gone. Mate. Gone.
Right.
Never to be seen again. Like cannot recover file.
Oh, right.
Go on then. Give us your fact, dickhead.
A patient was worried that there was something in her vagina. She used her hands to find, but in vain. She then did the unbelievable. Right, so before I go into what she did, according to gynecologists, if you think there's something in your vagina, then apply some olive oil or KY jelly to your fingers and then insert them inside till you can reach the cervix. If you or your partner can't find anything, then there's probably nothing there. If you're still unsure, go to a gynecologist. Right? So what this woman did is
fuck me, this isn't even the fact, is it?
She inserted pliers and pulled on the cervix, eventually tearing it apart. She then had to undergo hours of surgery to repair.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was your vagina talk.
Less of those, thank you. Fuck my life. How hard are you searching for this stuff?
I may or may not have some specifically saved pages for.
Oh God, I don't want to know what your bookmarks are. Jesus.
Oh, right. Next. What's up?
Oh my God. You are fucking unreal.
What?
There's no depth you won't sink to, is there?
We're just talking about a vagina. There are things in the world, you know. Sometimes they've got to be spoken. We say the things that never get said because people are too scared to talk about them.
Whoa. Don't tar me with the same brush you're painted with. You say the thing. I don't. I sit here in disgust and disbelief.
We say the things that need to be said because people are too scared to talk about these certain things.
Not Aaron, no. No fear, Statcliffe. No fear.
No fear, Statcliffe.
No.
We talk about vaginas because every woman needs to speak about their own vagina and then let others speak about their vagina nicely.
Just not you.
Just right.
Can I just say, on a positive, filth aside, that was a really fun video package. It was corny as fuck, but they're celebrating fucking Independence Day, the Great American Bash. It's going to be corny and over the top. It was funny. I quite enjoyed
They
it.
blended in like a pool party for the Great American Bash.
Of course,
and
even
talking
though
about the show.
Even though it did look a little bit overcast, it didn't look that hot for a pool party. But any excuse.
Well, Americans love a good party.
I love a good party.
Well, right. Next,
not Party Marty though. Not that one.
Don't bring Party Marty back, please.
He's gone.
Please,
he's gone.
Don't bring him on this.
You say
podcast.
to me, don't bring him back. You're the one that brought him in. Fucking hell.
I might have to just find a Party Marty one day and bring it back.
I might
on
just
a
have to
special occasion.
I might just not have to review NXT again with you, if that's the case. I'll put myself in the waiting room.
Oh, right. Next up, its opening match is for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles.
Aye.
It's Toxic Attraction.
Toxic. Sorry, that's Mandy Rose's old music. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I definitely don't have that later on to do, like, as part of my notes, so it's fine. Don't you worry about it. And we're there against Roxanne Perez and Cora. The skateboarder. Cora. There you go.
You fucking nailed that, mate. It's getting better every week.
Yeah, it sounds the exact same every single week.
It's perfect.
It's fantastic.
It's almost like it's pre-recording, just dropped in as a sample. almost.
And the match starts between those four. It was good back and forth. Going into picture in picture, which means it's Jerry Lawler quoting.
Oh no, this is terrible.
The first of many.
When God said, "Let there be light," Mae Young threw the switch.
I don't even know what to do with that.
It's a build-up, okay? Don't worry.
What do you mean a build-up?
Mate, there's
build-up to what, Aaron?
I have multiple Jerry Lawler quotes right
I
in
know
front of
you
me.
do, because I know how many pictures there were.
So just a friendly little spoiler here for everyone listening and watching. There's one every single match.
Every single match.
Oh, right. Back from the break, Toxic are large and in charge, but Cora and Perez get a double super kick. Mandy pulls the ref out after the double super kick, the pinning on the two. Gets sent to the back, but
right.
Toxic in the long run.
Why does Mandy act surprised when she gets ejected for yanking the referee out in the middle of a count? Why is she all like, "Oh, I can't believe, what you doing?" It's stupid. It's not like she did something and then it was like, I didn't realize I wasn't meant to do that.
Maybe she did a favor and the ref didn't repay the favor.
That's bollocks. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What are you drinking again? Are you on Wham Water again?
I am on the whammiest of water. Yeah.
Right, cool.
Such good shit.
Have you messaged them to get some sort of endorsement?
I could do.
I think you should.
We'll tweet them and be whoa, every single week we represent your fucking water.
Just say, like, we do a podcast on one of the most comical 2 hours of wrestling going, and the only thing that gets me through it is Wham and fruit salad water. Talk to me about an investment. Talk to me about shares. Talk to me about endorsement. Any
new flavors, give us them right now.
Send me a sample. I'll let you know how it is.
That sounds perfect. There you go.
Done.
Come on, speak to us, Barrett. I dare you.
Barrett, the company, not Wade Barrett.
Yeah, that sounded like a threat as well. I do apologize.
You will talk to us.
You will talk to us. Then a very abrupt ending as Roxanne Perez hits the Pop Rocks for the win.
Poppy Roxy for the win.
Yeah.
New tag team champions.
Yeah.
I mean, Did we predict that? I think I said toxic because I thought there was going to be shenanigans from Mandy, and there was, but
Yeah.
not to their advantage.
I can't remember what I picked,
I can't remember either.
but it's fine.
I feel like you might have agreed with that. I
Yeah.
think we agreed on the first few, and then I said something different because we were going to end up picking the same.
Yeah.
I think we both said toxic on this.
I think that was the one that was the 50-50 for me as well.
Mm.
I said, give me an hour to think about it whilst we're talking.
What did you think of the match? You got any thoughts off the back of that?
It was a serviceable match. It was fun to open the show with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the abrupt endings every time Roxanne Perez has a match.
No, I'm with you.
Every single match she has, she just hits it like it's a normal move.
No, I agree. What have I got here? My biggest positive is that there's new tag team champions. It almost feels like Toxic Attraction had a bit of a stranglehold on it. I think if they were doing something a bit more creative whilst having the belts, I wouldn't have had an issue with them keeping them as long as they had. But there was kind of nothing new for the duration of the time they had it. And they've had it a while. Like, God, when was it? Off the back of the Women's Dusty Cup?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Gonzalez and Dakota Kai that won it, and then they beat them for it like the night after? Or something?
It was literally 2 nights later, or
yeah,
the NXT after Mania weekend. It was.
So they've had it for what, 3-4 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad, but in saying that, hopefully it's not a situation. So to that point, situation where it's a super short reign like Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Because that was silly. It was almost like to just it didn't make sense. I think we said at the time it was nonsense. So hopefully Perez and Jade winning it isn't the same situation where it's short-lived.
Just hand it back to Toxic again.
Yeah, hopefully they kind of make it a little bit more interesting. Because the division, the women's tag division, needs a fucking boost. It needs something because it is on its arse. Yeah, it's arse is at its hoop or whatever you call it. I can't remember.
Your arse is at your window.
Your arse is at your window. The match, as you say, it was serviceable. I think it looked better on paper.
Yeah, to be fair, when it comes to NXT matches, serviceable is a good word. Like it's not the nicest thing to say, but
it was just a fairly generic tag match.
Yeah.
And again, to your earlier point, like Roxy hitting the Pop Rocks out of nowhere was this kind of like, oh, a sudden bang, they've won it.
Yeah, it happens after every single match she's in.
Yeah, after a very generic match. It's not like it kind of built to it. It was just boom. And I know I get that with some stuff where it's a really impactful move and you can just sort of hit them out of nowhere. But
how she has to jump on their back.
But not with that. That's not the sort of impactful move where you can just kind of bust it out of nowhere. And it finishes a match, especially a tag match as well. That was, I don't want to say stale, but yeah, just generic for the most part. But I'm glad we've got new tag team champions. There's a positive out of that. I'm glad we've got new tag team champions.
Yeah. Good opener. Oh, my apologies for yawning. Next up, it's Tony D. How much does dessert? Fuck me.
Come on, mate.
The spelling on this is atrocious.
What did you do? Type with your elbows?
Fuck me. Right. Are you ready? Sorry, my bad.
I'm always ready.
It's worth it, honest. It's next up. It's Tony D. How much dessert does a dieting Jedi eat at an Italian restaurant? Only one cannoli.
Outstanding. Outstanding. That's a Star Wars reference. So automatically, that's 10 points.
There you go. You got an Italian joke and a Star Wars reference.
Cannoli's a fucking a thing of beauty. So another 10 points to you.
What is a cannoli? I just thought it.
Come on,
mate.
Not?
Is it not?
Did you not even look it up before you put it in a joke?
Mate, it was a funny joke.
It was a funny joke.
What's the problem? What's your beef?
There's no beef in the cannoli, mate.
What is a cannoli? Oh, it's like a dessert food.
Aye.
Ah.
I thought you were a man that did his research.
I did it. What do I need to research cannolis for?
Sorry, what? I didn't understand one word of that.
Sorry, did I go pure Scottish there? I
You went
apologise.
Pure Scottish. Pure Scottish.
What do I need to research cannolis for?
Because you're telling a joke where that's the punchline.
I
Fuck it.
No, right.
You're looking them up now. You want one? The Tony Macaronis.
What kind of cream is it?
Whatever cream you want, mate.
No, but like generically, what sort of cream's inside them?
Just look it up. Maybe look it up after this.
Well, I'm looking, but it just looks like aye, sure, whatever. Where are we? Next.
Oh,
You're not talking about the cannolis, so we're moving on, okay?
wow, I know all about cannolis. Clearly, you don't. So you're the one that needs to do the
don't.
research.
Find out next week when I give you 20 facts about cannolis.
Boom! I'm gonna fucking hold you to that.
We're not doing 20 then.
We are, mate. If you can fit 5 Jerry Lawler quotes in an episode, you can find 20 facts about a cannoli. Come on,
Right,
dickhead.
I will find 20 facts about cannoli then. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the thing now where we like start one thing one week and then follow it up the next week? Is that a thing now?
I mean, I thought that was the thing when you put a Jerry Lawler quote in months ago.
And
a cum fact, and a sex fact, and a space fact. That's the basis of this podcast, mate. Don't stop now.
I meant with the chocolate bars like from 2 weeks ago, and we'd done it last week.
Yeah.
And then, right, okay. Right.
I mean, if finding 20 facts about a cannoli for you is difficult, how about you just find somewhere that does them near to you? You try one, and then you give us your review of one next week.
I can find somewhere on Just Eat that does cannoli.
Okay.
I reckon there's plenty of places. I say plenty of places in Dunfermline.
There's not, is there?
There's probably not. Right. Right. Why do I need to search? Use my location, you numpty.
Are you actually looking now?
Yeah, we're looking to see if anywhere does cannoli. Right. Right.
Oh, just to remind those maybe listening for the first time, this is a wrestling podcast. In case you were under any kind of false illusion, this isn't like a big plug for Just Eat or any local eatery to Aaron.
Cannoli. Pizza Fantasia does cannoli.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that says cannoli Siciliani. I think that's a pizza.
Right.
Desserts cannoli. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Right. I will get Pizza Fantasia at some point before next.
I'd like you, when you order one, I'd like you to take a picture with it and I'd like you to tweet it out so that the listeners know that you aren't bullshitting.
Okay, that's fine. I'll sorry, free delivery where you spend over £30.
You'll do that. You'll do that. £30. You watch cannolis for like £17.
£4 it was.
£30 worth of cannolis, mate. Come on.
Let's go. Right, back to the podcast.
Back to the actual wrestling. Still got about 6 matches to get through.
Tony D'Angelo essentially says Santos is in hospital, shows a photo on his phone, goes, if you didn't pull your weight, you're getting it next. Aye. He did try to, I don't know if they meant it, but before showing pictures and that, it sounded like it was him that was down the river from last week at the bottom of the ocean.
You are?
Did you not get on this promo?
Right.
Tony D'Angelo, I don't know if they intentionally meant it, but before they insinuated that he was in hospital, it sounded like it was Santos that was at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, I see. No, I didn't get that. I get what you're saying. No, I didn't get that though.
But then they instantly just pulled out the phone and went, "Oh yeah, he's in a hospital."
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, cool. Right.
In his hospital onesie out.
It's one with his arse hanging out.
With his arse out is windy.
His arse out is windy. Aye. Right. So they're told to pull their weight, and then they're getting matches next week.
Probably, yeah.
Big Tits McGee goes down the docks and booms the business by 8%, apparently. Said down the docks as well. So
Did say down the docks. Joe will be happy.
they literally said down the docks on the show. So there you go.
For those who don't know, Joe from the Damn It Vince podcast spends a lot of time down the docks.
He was on this podcast 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, he's a semi-regular as our Joe.
Yeah. Right. Do you have anything to say about that before I carry on?
Do a balls.
Right. Next up is Pretty Deadly. They say they're the fashion forward movement. I don't really have much to say apart from they say Fallon Henley has big hands and they'll soon batter the beer swelling rednecks. Yeah, bloody
Ye bloody ha.
Aye.
They're talking like Essex is some sort of like bustling high-end metropolis, and it's not. It's a hole.
Essex is God's world. Will Osprey's for there.
Whoa, whoa. He may or may not be in my top matches of the year so far.
Oh, mate, I've got about 3 of them. Don't worry about it.
Aye, he's still a fud though, and Essex is still a hole.
I've played.
I was going to say no offense to anyone listening that's from there, but I mean that with the deepest offense. It's a hole. Get tay fuck.
You're represented by the only way is Essex. That says it all.
Wow.
Oh, right. That's all I've got for that. They just chat poop, essentially. It's a promo for them.
Aye.
Next up is Wesley versus Trick and Mello, which means there's new Wesley music as well.
There is.
Quite good music too. I like it.
Now then, this is the Trick Williams match. He's accompanied by Carmelo. Do you want a chocolate factory fact?
Yeah, baby.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one for you. Yeah.
I've got a perfect
Fact.
for you.
So here we go. Hear me now. Chocolate espionage was a real thing. So, you know, in the film, there were the spies that were like trying to steal the Wonka recipe. Do you remember that? Yeah. So the spies who were trying to steal it for the rival candy makers were not entirely a product of Roald Dahl's imagination. In the 1920s, competing chocolatiers were so fierce that companies sent spies to steal each other's innovations. Trade secrets were guarded, and employees were monitored for suspicious activities. During Roald Dahl's childhood, the British candy firms Cadbury's and Rowntree's became such vicious competitors that stories about their spying became the stuff of legend.
Ooh.
There you go.
Why was it chocolate versus fruit pastels?
Just compete in like confectionery companies, isn't it?
But did Rowntree's ever bring out a chocolate thing?
I don't know, mate. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Round.
Get the Jeopardy music on whilst we're here.
I think they did, you know. Looking at this. Let's see. Yeah, they did a chocolate crisp bar. They did a dairy box. They did something called a Rowntree Secret, which is a chocolate bar.
Oh.
Rowntree's used to do the Aero chocolate bar.
Ah, there you go then.
There you go. See?
There you go.
Yeah.
Who does it now? Mars? Mars?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It's Mars or Nestle. Anyway,
Mary.
Aero's overrated anyway.
Aye.
Aye.
Aero is Nestle.
People
But
complain about crisps being 50% air, but when their Aero is 50% air,
They don't bat a fucking eyelid.
It's fucking fantastic, isn't it?
Aero is a chocolate bar manufactured by Nestle, originally produced by Rowntree's. Aero bars were introduced in 1935 to the north of England as the new chocolate. By the end of that year, it had proved sufficiently popular with consumers that sales were extended throughout the UK. There you go.
There you go. What a bonus fact there.
Bonus fact. There you go. Snack on those facts. To quote my good friend James Marshall.
There's Williams has a Trick Willie jacket. They do a very offbeat Muhammad Ali impression.
I loved it. It was his Muhammad Ali like ring gear. I thought it was awesome. It was really cool.
And then the commentary started rhyming, and it was just
Yeah, less of that.
less of that. Yeah.
Less of that.
I was going to say, do you want to rhyme? But nah, it's too much effort at this time.
Nah,
of night.
you need to give me some prep for a rhyme, mate.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a freestyle improv kind of guy. I need to write my bars down.
Right, okay. Right.
Bars about chocolate bars.
I see. Okay.
Maybe feature something about a Mars.
Oh, okay. Right.
And stars, if you want to plug the Milky Way. There you go. There were some rhymes.
Hey, the Milky Way stars are fantastic. There you go.
Milky Way's in space, isn't it? Have we got space? We have got space fact today. Have we? Fucking best have a space fact.
Stay tuned and you'll find out. Yeah.
Please don't talk that close to the microphone again. It was.
Why not?
Because it was like you were licking my ear. Like it was like you were dry humping my eardrum. No, thank you. Don't ever do that. I keep telling you, this is not an ASMR podcast. If you want that sort of nonsense, go on Twitch and look at the lasses that are sat there with fucking bikinis, like gyrating on a microphone. Not for me. Move on. I hate you. I hate you.
The match starts. There's lots of missed spinning heel kicks because they just dance a bit spinny round and round and round.
This was like watching Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, it genuinely was for a bit. It's good fast action. Lee goes after Trick on the outside. Trick soaks his fists on what Joseph thinks is rubbing alcohol after he smells it because it gets thrown at him.
Aye.
And essentially uses that to get the win.
Yeah. This is meant to be not necessarily a pay-per-view, but the Great American Bash is like a big event, isn't it?
Yeah.
For NXT. This just felt like a regular NXT match. The distraction spot was cool. I like that. It's not something that you see often.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I like it.
WWE tend to go to the well too much with sort of certain spots. Hopefully, this is the kind of, not first and last time, but we don't see a constant repeat of it. But it was cool to see a slightly different distraction spot to get him to win the match. But as I say, this was just a very regular NXT match. It went about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think both guys, well, certainly Wesley is capable of much, much better. And even though the match was short, I think Trick Williams showed that he was improving. I know I've said before, like, I don't really get much from him in the ring, but it certainly looks like he's been working on his in-ring stuff a bit. So yeah, as I say, I think both men are capable of better, but when you give him 3 minutes kind of in the second match of a fairly big show for them, there's not an awful lot you can do. But undoubtedly, we're going to get a rematch fairly soon. So hopefully get to shine a bit more.
Yeah. The match is so fast that there's not a picture-in-picture in it.
Thank
so
fuck.
only match to have not a picture-in-picture.
I can breathe at least for 3-4 minutes.
For a solid minute. As next up, Buff Barbie wants more powder in her face by the makeup artist. Wendy Chu sneaks in, gives her flower to the face, starting a brawl that starts during a picture-in-picture, which means, Troy, it's Jerry Lawler quote time.
They know what's coming next.
I can't believe you've done this.
Paul Bearer has more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Oh, fatism and racism.
2 and 1.
Two of my favorite. They're not, but body fascism is bad. Okay, as is racism. But if that's your thing, Jerry Lawler's your man. Apparently. Brilliant.
And then back from the break, Wendy Chu sits in what looks like Mei Ying's throne.
Just give us Mei Ying back.
Yeah,
I love Wendy Chu. I think the gimmick's hilarious, but just give us spooky Wendy Chu. Sorry, give us spooky Mei Ying, please.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, just to sidetrack slightly, where the fuck is Boa? He's not been on TV in months. The last time I saw him was his match against Solo Sikoa.
Probably still inhaling Mei Ying's ashes.
Cool.
Getting her power.
Right, I see.
Yeah. It's gonna come in like Dragon Ball Z style,
Sniffing lines and fucking banging line.
banging nines.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what he's doing.
banging nines is sniffing lines. There you go.
Aye.
Let's go. Aye, that'll get him going. I tell you.
Will it? Aye.
Well, aye.
Oh, your camera gone.
My camera's went fuzzy. I'm in panic mode because we're in video now.
Mate, it's like you've put Vaseline on the lens.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. A bit of soft focus. It's like an 80s porn video.
There was a guy in Aberdeen, right, that used to have like a proper like 80s porno mustache. He had the grey hair, the grey mustache, completely shaved underneath, and then he had like a big thick gold chain constantly.
Of course he was.
And
I love how, to sidetrack slightly, and we sidetrack a lot on this podcast. I love how like each major city has its kind of its own like its own unique character.
Yeah.
So you know, like Liverpool's got Purple Aki, like the muscle enthusiast.
Aberdeen has Ketamine Kyle.
Ketamine Kyle.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Cool Whip Kyle.
No, Ketamine Kyle.
Or
yeah.
Cum Kyle or whatever you called him. I don't know.
Real life Ketty Kyle.
Real life Ketty Kyle.
Aye.
There was a guy when I used to live in Leicester, when I went to uni there, was a guy that everyone dubbed the Explorer.
And he was the Explorer.
No. He was dubbed as in named the Explorer. No,
right.
not Doug. His name might have been Doug. I don't know. I never spoke to him. He's fucking weird. But he used to just walk about with a pair of sandals on, or sometimes barefooted, with a rucksack, long straggly hair, and a beard, and he'd always walk around with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
But he'd always know exactly where he was going. And he'd just wander about. And I don't know if he was homeless or what. Like sometimes I'd see him doing yoga in the park. Again, with his eyes closed. He was fucking weird. And then there was a Facebook group that started, sightings of the Explorer. People were like, oh, I've seen him in Birmingham. Oh, I've seen him in London. I'm like, how's he getting about to these places? So every city has their kind of unique character that everyone knows. Yeah, Aberdeen's got Ketamine Kyle. Right, Liverpool's got Purple Aki. Leicester's got the Explorer.
I've just googled Ketamine Kyle. It's came up the man himself instantly.
Brilliant.
First 3 videos. Ketamine Kyle singing Jolene. Ketamine Kyle got mad skills. I assume he's playing football with like a bottle or something in the street.
Still a little fucking Rabona.
Ketamine Kyle raiding View Cinemas, pick and mix.
Oh, mate. Is that going to go in your...
yeah, one of them's going in there.
One of them's going in there for your... For the... I always forget what you call it. Your little tidbit thing for the... Not tidbit, yeah.
Come on, you can have the full video on our YouTube as well.
Oh, God.
Jolene, you got the fire in me, Jolene, 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 Jolene. My name's Kyle Duncan. I am trying my best here. Jolene, 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 Jolene. You got the fire in me, Jolene, 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 Jolene. You got the fire in me, Jolene, Jolene.
The full video. See if you can download it. Put it up on the Twitter.
Or
just link to it on the Twitter. I don't know. We'll get it out there for those.
We'll let you see Ketamine Kyle in his prime. Maybe.
Prime. Bunny ears. Prime. Fucking hell. There's no Amazon Prime, I tell you. I've not even met the guy, but from what I've heard. Right. Let's move on. Have we even finished this fucking match?
No.
Right.
Stratton goes for Chu's hand after oh fuck me! After hitting the off the ring post.
Aye.
Stratton hits a pop-up power bomb. There's a Tiffany chant. Oh gosh, the world's ending. Oh. Oh, there's minus a few moves. Tiffany's in control basically the whole match.
Yeah.
Hitting her twisting Vader bomb for the win.
Yeah. It took a little bit to get going. When they eventually got to the ring, I don't think it was too bad. I same as Trick Williams. I've kind of said that I don't really get Tiffany Stratton in the ring. But this, I think, was probably the best she's looked so far.
Yeah.
Again, for another match, I'm going to say it felt like it was a TV match. Like it started with that little backstage brawl bit, which is kind of cool to see. But I don't think she looked too bad in it. But it did only last sort of 5 minutes. I think if you're what?
My bottle made a noise and I shit my pants.
It only lasts 5 minutes. And I think if this is something you're still trying to showcase and get over a bit more, maybe give a little more than 5 minutes. But it made sense that she won. Whilst it's a shame that Wendy Chu lost and she's not really gaining much momentum, it made sense for Buff Barbie to win.
Speaking of Buff Barbie, it's Barbie Fact Time.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Who came up with Buff Barbie? Them or you or someone else?
I think Vic Joseph, it was Wade Barrett that said it once.
Because it sounds like the sort of nonsense you'd come
No,
out with.
Wade Barrett said it once, called her that, and we've stuck to it.
I was going to say, if it was you, they've obviously been listening to you because
It's stuck like shite on a wall.
like like flies around shite.
Aye. Shite on a wall, man. One of the more delusional aspects that Barbie can bring about, in this case involving a woman named Blondie Bennett. She is one of those people obsessed with plastic surgery to look like Barbie, but she took it a step further. After spending over $40,000 on plastic surgery, she underwent hypnotherapy to try and make herself brainless like Barbie is. She paid for this with the help of sugar daddies. She told the Daily Mail, "It's working." She got lost for 3 hours trying to get to the house that she grew up in. Paying money to get dumb.
Where do you find this shit? Honestly, every week. Also, who are these people?
A Blondie Bennett.
Is she from Essex?
Well, she spoke to the Daily Mail, so I'd assume she's from the UK.
Probably Essex then.
Let's do a go. Blondie Bennett is from... Oh gosh, porn. Oh fuck. Run away.
Oh, don't do that.
I want to be the world's most muscular Barbie. Blondie Bennett wants to be the real Buff Barbie.
The real Buff Barbie.
The real Buff Barbie.
Book it. Tiffany Stratton against her. Mania 39. Cool.
Where is she from? I'm sorry for shouting in the mic there.
Surely the article you've got up just says where she's from.
No, it doesn't. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, we don't need to spend any more time on this.
Oh gosh, she's growing. Oh, I've got
right. What's her name? I need to have a quick look now. Don't
Blondie Bennett, and I've got women gyrating in the corner of my screen.
Oh God. Right now, I'm not clicking on any of these links. I'm not clicking on. She's on Twitter. Jesus, wet.
The breasts.
The breets.
The breeds.
The breets.
If you want to see the breeds, you can go to Busty Fit Doll.
Is that going to go on your little thing for the episode?
Oh, there's a woman like cleaning the screen with her sponge.
Please move on.
I'm out. Oh. What a review this has been, I tell you.
This has been awful. Not that any of them are great.
Oh, right. Next up, Cora the Skateboarder's back with Roxanne Perez backstage. They're happy they're chums with each other because they're best friends.
Best friends.
Busy buddies. Roxanne essentially says, it's great to be tag team champion, my bestie, but I want to end toxic attraction. I'm winning the women's title next week, the singles title.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
They've not had either the tag or the singles like belt off them for fucking months. They've just taken it off, like Dolan and Jane this week.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. They're pushing Roxanne Perez to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to, like, they'll go to the well like they have done one too many times. They're going to have fucking her win the singles title. Cora Jade get jealous. Cora Jade turn on Perez. They lose the tag titles or something like that. So here we go. She beats Mandy Rose next week, becomes new NXT champion.
All right.
Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade hold all the women's belts. They hold those tag team belts for a few months, maybe a month. They lose it. They start to fall out. Cora Jade's like, I should be fucking women's champion. We're not tag team champions anymore. I still need a belt. She turns heel and she turns on Perez. A little bit like they did with Gonzalez and Kai.
Yeah. Thing is, do you want to rush it?
No, I don't want them to rush it, but this
no,
is
WWE will.
About.
WWE will rush it.
Yeah.
Is the issue.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'd be happy with that. But
if it was a slow burner, but
WWE will condense it into about 3 weeks.
Aye.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Next up, it's Apollo Crews time, which means Apollo's a space thing. So it's Space Fact time.
Best fact of the episode.
Yeah. I've got a question as well for after
me.
This. I've got a question. Yeah.
Okay. Love a question.
Yeah. It involves space.
Okay.
In 2014, scientists experimented supercritical water, a state of water that occurs when it is compressed to a pressure of 217 atmospheres and heated above 373 degrees Celsius. When mixing with organic material, it creates a liquid-like gas that creates a burning effect, though with no flame. Astronauts often use supercritical water as a means to dispose of waste.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Look how proud you are with that, because you've popped me for a space fact.
Right. Anyway, right. Back to a more serious case.
Right. What's your question? Go.
Right. If you came in space, would it push you back?
How have you turned a space fact into a sex fact? No, not a space fact. Specifically, a Come Tuesday fact.
Right, if you're standing in the middle, like, of your little ship, just floating about,
just your little ship,
and then somehow manage to like get your hand in there and excrete, and right, excrete yourself.
But that's
right?
Not the word, because excrete means to shit. So what do you mean? Is it front or back?
Front.
Okay, is it piss?
No,
right, what is it? Right, okay.
So if you
there's a word for that. It's not excrete, is it? It begins with an E. What is it, Aaron? Let's do a little education session here.
If you ejaculated in your little
correct,
shoot,
correct.
Oh.
If you shoot in your shoot, that's a shoot, brother.
If you ejaculated in your spacesuit and you were floating about, would it push you back because you're in space? No,
because your spacesuit's compressed, isn't it? Your spacesuit is not compressed. It's yeah, it is. Is that the word, compressed? You know, when you come out from like the space atmosphere into your shuttle, and they had the compression thing. Isn't the suit? So no, it wouldn't. It would just dribble down your leg. I assume. If you didn't have your suit on, I think it'd be a different matter. But I don't think it would.
Wait, you wouldn't have your suit on in your ship. You'd just be floating about. Yeah.
So
if you just had a tug whilst floating about,
right,
and you ejaculated, would the cum push you backwards?
No.
How?
What do you mean how?
Because it's like.
Do you mean why?
No.
What's your question?
Because if you ejaculate out the tip of your penis, right?
I mean, I don't know where else you do it from, but carry on.
Right, it's just gonna like just squirt out, but it's gonna stay stationary because
I was not going to say it
it's
doesn't just
space.
go like it moves.
So,
Like you see the
would you
videos
not
of them
go
when
backwards?
No, why would you go backwards?
Would you not go backwards?
Why would you? It's not a shotgun.
Ah,
There's no recoil off it. What do you mean you go backwards? It'd be like pouring water out of a
nah.
bottle. It just floats about, doesn't it? Like it does in space.
Exactly, it just stays there. So
Yeah, it
what if you
does.
just come and it like there's pressure coming out of your pee
Yeah,
to
but
come?
not as
So
not
is
as,
the pressure not going to make you go back?
not as much pressure as they're putting on this water to make it flammable. Jeez. Move on.
Nah. I'm still speculating here.
Right. You've turned what was a really interesting space fact into just fucking nonsense.
Nah.
Well, you have. So
Put in the comments if you think you would stay in the same place or go backwards, and we'll see who wins. Right?
it's not a competition. It's not, is it? I mean, you can put up right. Do you know what you can do when you upload this to Anchor for the audio version?
Right.
You can
Put a
poll.
question.
You can put a poll on it.
Yeah.
There you go. Do that.
If you ejaculate in space, would you stay in the same place or go backwards?
There you go.
There you go.
What a question.
The first ever poll we do.
No, I've done one poll before and it was asking who was going to win a match. Not this, though. Oh.
Right.
How does this descend so much?
We will give you the results next week.
Will we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we're back with Apollo Crews and the wrestling. He calls out a lot of people, basically. He gives a list. But Giovanni Vinci appears. He does no pointing to the cameras, which upset me.
I know, because that's your favourite part,
my
isn't it?
favourite part.
Love that.
But Giovanni Vinci is here, which means it's Weird Italian Foods time.
Yes. This is my other favourite fact other than space. What have we had so far? Maggots and cheese and blood chocolate.
That's what we've had so far.
Pig's
yeah.
blood chocolate. Okay,
Right.
go on. What you got for me? I'm
cow-
ready. I'm ready.
A cow spleen sandwich for lunch, anyone? It so happens that cow spleen has been a staple food in the traditional Sicilian diet for centuries. So people in this part of Italy are unlikely to find anything off-putting about a spleen sandwich. As a tourist, you'll find ample opportunity to gorge on a thin slice of spleen nestled between two fresh baked pieces of bread. Cafes might have this item on their menus, but street hawkers are widely known to make the best versions.
I mean, I'm looking at pictures. It just looks like a kebab batch.
It literally just
looks like kebab meat. Honestly, I'd try it.
a little bit of fat, extra fat. That's a bit.
Mate, I'd try it. Sicilian street foods. Give me a spleen roll.
give me a spleen roll, please.
A spleen cob. I don't know, whichever part of the country you're from, you like to call it that. We won't get into that debate.
Who calls it a cob?
There are some fuds that do. We won't get into that. Oh, it's a cob. Oh, it's a barm cake. Oh, it's a batch. Oh, it's a bread roll. Oh, it's a roll. Like, right, listen, dickheads. It's called bread. No matter what part of the country you're from, I ain't give a fuck. It's called bread. Stop being dickheads.
It is bread.
It's bread.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what shape it's in. The process of making it is the same. The ingredients are the same. It is bread.
Breed.
Breed.
As the Highlanders would say.
Breed. Not breed. Because that's
no, with a D, not a T.
A breed.
Breed. Aye.
BREED. Breed.
Breed.
Yeah, no, I'd try a spleen sandwich.
There you go.
I would, honestly.
No, I would too.
If UWP ever does a trip to Sicily, mate, we'll smash one of those.
We'll have all 10 on the list.
Oh, do you know what?
List.
You've looked up to see if anywhere does cannoli near you. I'm looking up to see if anywhere does a spleen sandwich near me. What a thing to Google.
I highly doubt this, but I think
spleen sandwich near Coventry. Excellent spleen sandwich. Where is this? It's on TripAdvisor. Thank you, TripAdvisor. Shout out to you. That's not near me.
Where is
It's
it?
it's in Italy. That's not near me, is it? Fucking hell. Do you know when you put something into Google and it says like, oh, the word you search for is missing, or it must include this? Told, oh no, I haven't. No, it says missing Coventry. Okay, right. Nowhere.
No, you can't get cow spleen.
It's brought up alternatives that do sandwiches. Subway, obviously. Always a Subway nearby. Do not do spleen.
Maybe it's one of those like those backroom things.
Like in a speakeasy.
Yeah. Can I have one of those spleeny sandwiches, please?
A spleeny sandwich. I've got to find someone that does that. I really want to try it. I do. There's three. I say three. I'm not sure I'd try the maggot cheese. 2 out of the 3 that you've mentioned for your weird Italian facts, food facts. Yeah. Spleen sandwich.
Right. Back to Giovanni Vinci now. He says, I notice I'm not on your list. I'll see you soon. Not tonight, though. I'm taking Ching, making the ladies sing.
Taking Ching, making the... Right, okay. I'm going to remember that one.
Why?
Just funny, isn't it? For the lulls.
That's this NXT review in a nutshell. It's just funny, innit?
Just funny, innit? It's bants.
Top fucking Bantosaurus Rex and all that.
Banter.
Yeah, so I assume we're getting Vinci and Cruz at some point.
Aye. It's a weird one, though, because Cruz
really
Cruz needs to win his first match, and Vinci needs to win another match. So, short of a distraction interference, like, neither one of them can afford to lose. And if you're going to just do some distraction interference, then why bother doing the match?
Yeah, you would like to think.
Cruz should be there for me for 2 reasons. To re-establish himself.
Like Dolph Ziggler did, but they've just wasted him again. Yes.
No. Dolph Ziggler wasn't there to re-establish himself, really, was he? He was there more to give Bron Breakker like an elevation. Like, we'll put him against like a recognized main roster guy that he can go with, and we'll make him look good. I don't think Cruz is there for the same reason that, say, Ziggler came down or AJ Styles came down. I think Cruz is there to re-establish his character, like, properly, and to have a proper run in NXT. But I also think he's there not to get over younger talent. And I say younger talent, he's not even that old himself, but to elevate younger, upcoming talent. I think he's there for 2 reasons. But saying that, like, Vinci isn't like an up-and-coming talent. People already know what he can do under the guise of Fabian Eichner. Yeah. So it does seem a bit of a weird one to put those 2 against each other. I know Nathan Frazier's injured, and he mentioned Nathan Frazier in this promo, a match of him. I think that'd be really good. In fairness, I think Cruz against Vinci will be a really good match. I'm just not sure we need it quite yet.
Yeah,
I think both of them
skeptical because of what the ending's going to be.
I think both of them need to build up a bit of momentum. Like, Vinci's just come in with a re-establish, like, new character, and Cruz has come back to re-establish himself. I think they probably should have held off from this for another few months for them to both get a couple of more wins under their belts. So
yeah,
we'll see. It'll be a good match, undoubtedly. Just wrong timing for me.
Yeah. Right. Next up, Ivy Nile backstage talks about the diamond mine is forever and we're fine. Diamond mine is fine.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Tatum Paxley is yelling at 1K away from a racism. That's Kane Carter and Katie Katana-chan, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Ivy Nile says, silly goose, come to the JoJo so I can make you grow big and strong like Pity Philo.
Like what?
Pity Philo.
Okay,
like
cool.
that, like the advert used to tell you.
Aye, yeah. Got you. Cool.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Mama says the calcium and vitamin D in my PT flu helps my bones grow stronger. Now, let's go get your marbles.
Petit filou, made with calcium and vitamin D to help bones grow stronger.
Petit filo. Petit filo.
Pretty filo.
Make your bones go stronger.
I don't know what accent
I
that
don't know why.
know.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll get back to Diamond Mine later.
Aye.
Next up, can you hear it in the distance, Troy?
I can.
It's getting louder and louder. I can't bear it. It's the jury dickhead.
It's the worst noise going.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Hate him. Hate him, but love him.
Just remember that he is going to dethrone Braun Breaker one day.
Aye, and eventually the tribal chick won't.
No.
No, it'll be Austin Theory and Grayson Waller at WrestleMania like 42. Heard it here first, mate. Put money on. I bet you a spleen sandwich.
Okay, I bet you a spleen sandwich. Okay. Next, he talks about winning tonight. Then Mello says he's going to sort him right out. There's a Waller cheering section. Oh, again, the world's ending. Just close down the fucking performance center. Just close down. There's a Waller cheering
shut it down.
section.
With it being Mello and Trick Williams,
you give me another one.
Another fact.
Go on then.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got a perfect
fact
for you.
I've got another one for you, mate. So, you know the Oompa Loompas?
I do?
Aye, they were originally going to be called Wimple Scrumpets. Oh, yeah. Roald Dahl changed almost all of the character names except Charlie, along with Wimple Scrumpets. Violet Bogard's original last name was Glockenberry. Veruca Salt was Elvira Entwistle. Mike TV was, wait for it. Mike TV was originally called Herpes Trout.
What?
Herpes Trout. And Augustus Gloop was Augustus Pottle. Willy Wonka was Mr. Ritchie until Dahl renamed him after a boomerang his brother Lewis invented when they were kids. It was called the Skilly Wonka.
Okay. Right.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. That was another Willy Wonka fact. So you get the same intro twice, baby.
You've had fucking 3 today. Yeah, 3. You had 2 regulars and you had a bonus.
Wow.
Yeah. And also topical. Do you see what I've done there?
Right.
I've just seen what I've done there. So we've got Grayson Waller against Carmelo Hayes. Because you've got Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, you've got a Willy Wonka fact. That Willy Wonka fact features something about a boomerang. A boomerang is Australian. Grayson Waller is Australian. If this mic wasn't connected, I'd drop it.
Well, why does being Australian help this?
Because it's come full circle.
Has it?
Yes, it has.
If it was full circle, you would say the Oompa Loompas are Australian.
Nah, bollocks. It's come
That's what a full circle is.
It's come full circle like a boomerang.
That's no full.
Oh, mate, don't knock that. Listen. I'm bringing real facts here. I'm not talking about Barbie dolls, about cum, about sex.
Whoa, they're real facts.
Pliers and vaginas.
Facts like that.
Nah, come on.
How dare you?
Come on. I know people listening to this will appreciate what I've just done there. You maybe not.
It wasn't a full circle. That's why.
Oh, I hate you.
Anyway. Trick intros Hayes with a piano in the background, then just abruptly changes to his normal music.
Aye, it was a good intro though.
I liked the intro. I
love the entrance
changeover.
Well, really. Of course, he's going to come into his own music.
I mean, you could have done a special, or you could have transitioned it better. Transition it better.
Vinnie Mac is not going to pay to license music. He is not Tony Khan. He's not just splashing his wallet over, I'm going to get this band, I'm going to get this song. He ain't doing that. Come on, man.
All you have to do is transition it better, and I'll be happy. It just went from piano and spotlights everywhere to orange lights instantly, and then do, and his music plays like normally.
What would you have preferred?
Just a little in between bit where it. Oh, sorry, microphone.
Something like that. Would that have been better?
Aye.
Honestly, a neighbour's just walked past and they've seen me and they're laughing at me doing that. That's the lengths I'll go to for this podcast.
I'm on
do you know what I'd have liked to see them come out? Do you know what they've missed a trick. Williams. They've missed a trick here. Right. So their Trick Williams come out as Muhammad Ali, like paying homage to him.
I know what you're going for. Come on.
What am I going for?
And Carmelo Hayes comes out as Antonio Inoki. No, okay. Because they had that like match where
they should have had Carmelo Hayes come out as Apollo Creed from Rocky.
Nah.
With the fucking top hat and the American fucking jacket.
Nah, Antonio Inoki sounds better to swipe his legs constantly. Aye.
They've missed the Trick Williams.
All
right, let's move on. Because this match was fucking excellent, to be fair.
Melo and Waller does start the match. The crowd are 50-50 on who they want to win. Wally. He is a fucking Wally. Waller goes for the silly stunner early on, does a dive to the outside, going into what we believe is called, Troy, picture in picture. It's Jerry Lawler quote time.
Oh, come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
When are you next in England?
GCW.
September.
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
From now until then, for every Lawler fact you do, you're getting a chop.
Why? It's a thing. Well, that's fine because I don't do Lawler facts. I do Lawler quotes.
Wow!
Way, no chops for me, Daddy-o.
Right. Oh, Daddy. I don't know why I did that. That's awful. That's yours and Ryan's bad influence. I hate both of you.
Right. Jerry Lawler quote time.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
Andy Kaufman's mum wanted a girl. His father wanted a boy. Both were satisfied.
What? Wow. What year is this quote? It doesn't matter what year this quote's from, does it?
I assume the 70s or 80s when they had a thing.
Truth.
Oh, right.
I don't know where you keep finding this nonsense.
Don't you worry about that, mate. But
the thing is, you say don't worry, but I do worry.
I've just told you what's been on my screen during this show. Don't worry about Jerry Lawler.
Busty Bennett or whatever her name was on there. What was her name?
It wasn't her specifically.
What was her name?
She was washing the screen, a little woman.
All right.
With a sponge, it was wet. Yeah. I'll take a clip of it so you can see her washing the screen.
Please do. Please do.
Oh, right. Anyway, where are we? Matt, Jerry Lawler quote: Waller's in charge. Back from the break. After lots of back and forth, Waller manages to hit a silly stunner, but Melo rolls out because you can't win the title by counter.
Correct, Mundo.
Can't lose the title by counter. He does go for another after putting him back in the ring. Trick stands in his way, but Wesley attacks after the silliness earlier. Waller proceeds to get codebreakered mid-air during the stunner before being hit with the leg drop to the back of the head for Carmelo Hayes to retain.
Good match. I love this. This was, for me, this is, we call it a television match. It wasn't a pay-per-view. It wasn't a premium live event like Stand and Deliver or in your house. A television match. This, for me, was one of the best television matches they put on. I know you don't like Waller, you knock him, but he is good. He is genuinely good. I think him and Mello had a lot of chemistry here. I enjoyed it.
I knock him because I'm meant to hate him.
Yeah,
which I do.
yeah.
So,
but in terms of in-ring ability, like
I've never
he's
mocked him for actually being shite.
Yeah. But I've never heard you say he's good.
Well, you're still not getting it today. He'll be good when he dethrones Braun Breaker, and what I said happens. That's when he'll be good.
No, I thought it was a really good match. For me, I thought this was probably the match of the night. They had some really, really good chemistry. The finish was cool. The little kind of interference that happened and the continuation of the match earlier from Trick and Wesley. I'd like to see this match again. I'd like to see it get a little bit more time, maybe a stipulation in place. It made sense for Carmelo to win his first defense since winning it, maybe second. I feel like it might be his first since he won it back, but it makes sense for him to retain. And it doesn't hurt Grayson Waller too much because there was the distraction of Williams on the outside. But I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed the match. I'm saying fair. Like, yeah, that's your point. I did enjoy the match also. It was fun.
Do you know, I just thought, so I know this isn't a premium live event pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
We're not giving these match ratings like you usually do.
No.
We don't have to, but I didn't know.
I have enough on my plate.
You've got enough in your fucking browser window.
I do. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 things up now. I started off with 14.
How have you got more?
Because of searching stuff. And now I need to get clips and things.
Searching more nonsense on top of the nonsense you've already got open.
Canolli, Katie Kyle, and Blondie Bennett.
All right, cool.
What a search history that is, eh?
Courtney's going to hate you when she opens up that computer.
It's on my Google, so it's fine.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be what she gets like suggested. Oh, you should buy this. Like, why would I want to buy that? I've not been searching for it. Aaron!
Right, next up, there's a little QR scan that pops up on the screen. Did you scan it?
I did.
Yeah, so did I. It says 8, 10, 11, like a time or a date.
Time
maybe?
or a date and a time?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it? So what? 8, 10, 11.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the 8th month? August. And Americans do their dates the other way, don't they? So it could be
10th of August.
The 10th of August at 11 o'clock, but there's nothing on at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what way to make sense of
that. Pass. It's so vague. It could literally be anything.
It could be one of three things. It could be a returning wrestler, a debuting wrestler, or an event. Like a pay-per-view premium live event.
Hold up. When is SummerSlam then? That's a shout. When is SummerSlam? So that's in August, isn't it?
Yes. They've not announced a date for it, have they? Or not? I could be wrong. It is usually August, isn't it?
Oh, no. It's earlier. It's 30th of July.
What, SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Of course it is. Yeah. It's this month. I always thought SummerSlam was August.
Yeah, it usually is. So I don't know why they've done it early. Well, they've got Clash at the Castle the following month.
Yeah, they have.
When
the boys there.
That's September the 3rd, so there's nothing in August. So
okay. Maybe put that in the poll as well. Oh, you can't put it in the poll. But you could. You can give options. You say, what do you think it is?
Yeah.
New superstar, re-emerging, re-debuting, or an event. We'll see. But it certainly created a lot of buzz and intrigue on social media because my Twitter feed was riddled with it this morning.
Oh, wow.
Aye.
Right. Next up, Zion Quinn backstage. Oh boy.
Oh God.
He says, when you search WWE Superstar, I pop up and suggested. I have 6 suggested here. As soon as I type WWE Superstar. 1, John Cena. 2, Undertaker. 3, Edge. 4, Dolph Ziggler. I assume from my search history that's came up. 5,
it's not in mine.
5, Natalia. I assume
God.
because in my search history,
Ugh.
because of she was on NXT.
Right.
6, Rey Mysterio.
Right. Not Zion Quinn.
Definitely not Zion Quinn.
You notice he stopped saying run it straight?
He's all over the place. He's doing left and right, so yeah, trying to figure it out.
It feels like I don't think that. Oh, I don't know. Are they trying to rewrite his gimmick, redo his gimmick, or what? Or subtly change it? Like, I don't know. It's a bit odd. Yeah, he's getting called up to main roster, isn't he? Him and Sangawanga.
Sangawanga. They're not in any way, shape, or form
Ready.
Not so much ready, but
no, they're not ready.
They're not getting pushed at all.
Push
in
no,
NXT, never mind main roster.
No.
So it's gonna be 24/7 or some pish.
No, that'll be it 24/7.
Aye. That's all I wanted to say about that is because he was wrong in what he said.
Cool.
Next up, it's Mandy.
You can put that sample in as long as you only use like a few seconds of it. We shouldn't get a copyright strike.
That's it. You know what gave us a copyright strike last week?
What?
The Chocolati song.
Right.
Because we're doing the chocolates.
We got a copyright strike for that.
For having the Chocolati song. That was it. Nothing else.
How long did you put it in there for?
It was a while. It was my bad.
Right, that'll be it.
That'll be why.
You can use a few seconds,
yeah,
mate, not the whole song.
It wasn't the whole song.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it was.
No, it was like 15 seconds or something. Was
this on Yao Chow?
Yeah.
Right. YouTube are fuds.
Yeah, they're fuds. Fuck you, YouTube. Please don't ban our channel.
Fuck Yao Chow.
Yao Chow.
Yao Chow.
Roxanne will be in the failure club with her friend.
In the what? The failure club?
Yeah, that's what she says in this promo.
Oh, okay.
If she makes it to the match, that is.
Cool.
Ooh, there's going to be attacks. Ooh. Toxic attraction, attack people. Nah.
Never. Nah.
Never.
No chance.
Next up, Chase U.
Yes, Chase U.
According to Bodie, Tia Hale doesn't sleep. That's fun.
Don't go there. I don't know what you're gonna say, but don't go there. Please, no.
She must be doing something, but it's fine.
No, stop it. Stop it.
A guy named Chad in the class talks about July 2nd, how they
Chad too bad.
Chad too bad, saying they should be celebrating Independence Day on July 2nd, not July 4th. He's told to fuck all the way off.
All the way.
Tia here wants to go to England to not sleep. Chase approves.
Sweet. So that's them on NXT UK next week.
Yeah. NXT
which they've already pre-filmed about a month ago.
Yeah. So
yeah.
There you go.
I'm all right with that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. That's cool. They'll get wins now in NXT UK.
I love Chase U. I think they're fun, man.
Yeah. No, I enjoy them.
Andre Chase should be getting fucking more, man. Like, I remember when he was wrestling over here for like fucking the indie scene for, is it like All Star and a few other things like that? Like, he's awesome. It's good, man.
Next up, it's the Diamond Mine versus the Diamond Mine.
Diamond Mine versus Diamond Mine.
The match starts solid back and forth, like you expect, because wrestling, graps.
Wrestling!
Julius then throws Kemp out. Strong throws him back in the ring. Julius throws him out again. Brutus hits the Brutus bomb. It's got a name now.
Oh God,
the cannonball.
it's
to the
awful.
outside.
It looks like a horrible move to do.
Yeah, going into picture and picture.
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
At this point, I'm just numb to it.
Oh, mate. Chris Jericho shaves one of his legs so at night it'll feel like he's sleeping with a woman.
Fuck. That's quite good. Oh man.
Oh, see, if it's not racism or sexism, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shame that 97% of what he says is sexism or racism.
Back from the break, Kim's continuously fighting the Creeds, basically on his own, essentially. Strong slaps Julius off the ref, pushing him back. He hits Brutus with 2 knees, then tags Kim. Why did he need to slap Julius for the ref to then push him back and then hit 2 knees off Brutus? Mate, it's a bit weird. But anyway, Julius smacks Strong about a little. Strong doesn't like that. He tags Kemp in because he doesn't like it. Who gets that vicious low clothesline for the win? It was a match.
It was a solid tag match.
Yeah.
I think Roderick Strong looked quite good in this. He didn't do an awful lot. But what he did do was, what's the word? I can't think of the word. But impactful, if you like, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
He made everyone look kind of good in that. He was the veteran in that match. And you could tell that it very much pivoted around him. I think what that match lacked was drama.
Yeah, it was just pure wrestling.
Yeah, which is fine. But when you look at the storyline going into that was this whole kind of like this bit of a divide, this bit of the break in the faction.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough of that for me that played into the match.
Yeah. At the end of the match, Roderick Strong just stared at Julius and Julius just didn't look at him.
I mean, we're getting a singles match, obviously, between those two, definitely. Yeah. But it never really felt like Strong and Kemp had a chance of winning. And I think that should have been in there. There should have been the match should have had a little bit longer to maybe tease that. But it just, I don't know. It just needed more drama. The storyline going into it should have had more of an impact on that match.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad match. It was a solid tag match. It just should have played more into what they've been building to.
Right. Diamond Mine are good to watch, but no one cares. So let's talk about something people read, but no one actually cares about. It's Guinness World Record time.
From North and South America, Western Europe, Scandinavia, Asia, and the South Pacific, the spectacular world of Guinness Records. Featuring amazing feats, facts, and phenomena.
Yeah! You say you always go, I hate this record.
I love Guinness World Records, but you always find the fucking worst. I've got several copies of Guinness World Records.
Oh yeah, I had them as a kid, yeah.
Not the same ones I had, clearly.
Well,
some of the piss you spew.
Well, right.
Go on.
Are you ready?
No.
Fair. Bathtubs are designed to relax and soak after a hard day's work, but they can be used for much more. Swiss engineer Hans Roth decided he wanted to turn a bathtub into a racing car.
Go on.
Being a racing driver himself, he knew what it would take, so he spent 300 hours modifying a bathtub for a world record attempt. Roth fixed a bathtub to a go-kart chassis and attached a 4-cylinder Yamaha engine, as well as essential bathtub extras like a shower head. After many
Did he have some Radox in there? Because that's an essential bathtub. But accompaniment.
After many test runs, Roth took the motorized tub to Dynamic Test Center in Waffelen, Switzerland. for the world record attempt. On May 6th, 2016, the bathtub reached an average speed of 116.08 miles per hour, with the highest speed of 118 miles per hour.
But what was the world record? The fastest bathtub?
That's a record.
What kind of world record's that? Imagine that, like you're in a pub. Oh yeah. First date. What do you do then? Oh, I'm do a bit of motorsport in my spare time. Oh yeah. What do you do? Like Formula One, stock car, rally? No, it's a little bit more niche than that, actually. All right. What do you do? Anything I might know? Well, I've got a Guinness World Record, actually. Really? Yeah. Got the fastest bathtub in the world. You've got what? Yeah, fastest bathtub. Nearly hit 120 miles an hour. Yep. Radox was everywhere.
But what was the record before that? Oh, there wasn't one.
There wasn't one. No, I was the first. And probably the fucking last. Fuck me. See, I like that because it's like if you watch like the Red Bull soapbox race, where it's it's that. Obviously, they don't have engines, but who's putting engines in a bathtub for a world record?
Hand Roth, apparently. Hand Roth his bathtub.
Do you know what we need to do, Aaron? Do you know what we need to do?
What?
You know these weird world records that you bring up.
Yeah.
We need to be contacting these people and getting them on for a special fucking interview.
Mate, we're beating that kid's fucking snail on the face one. We're beating it.
You say we, I'm not putting snails on my face.
I'll put snails on my face to get a world record. Aye.
Okay, right, cool. We need to be getting these world record holders on there.
Yeah.
We'll do an episode of we'll get them all on at once. And we'll do niche world record holders. And we'll have a little panel thing and we'll do it.
Aye. It sounds good to me.
Cool. Let's get on. Next match.
There was your world record fact. Actually, no next match yet. Come on now. Take your time, Troy. Don't rush into things. I'm just going to say this. The vignette for Axiom.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of the name A-Kid. This isn't the worst name change in history. His whole thing is basically, I'm super good at maths and I can work out like the best outcome for every situation. That's what I was sort of getting from it.
So basically, he's good at accounting.
Good at accounting.
Like Keanu James.
Do you know what the definition term of axiom is? Axiom.
What?
A statement accepted as true as the basis for argument or inference. What's that? Postulate sense. One of axioms of the theory of evolution. 2, an established rule or principle or a self-evident truth cites the axiom, no one gives what he does not have.
Troy, I'm not going to lie. Words are going in my ears, but...
Mate, I'll be honest, words went into my head. Like they came out of my mouth and I didn't understand them.
I feel like Katie Kyle in the View Cinema Pick and Mix. Just words everywhere.
The sweeties, he's just about to dip into the sweeties, bet you. He's just about to roll them, is he? Here. He's definitely. But here we go. Like. He's just eating them. No fucking way. Look at him. He's just grabbing them out. Boom. It's a free buffet.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, okay, so A-Kid is coming back to NXT then, but just under a different name.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I mean, he's awesome. I love him. Yeah, fine. Cool. Okay.
Next,
as long as he doesn't come out like to a fucking augmented reality screen of just numbers and equations. Which he absolutely is going to now, isn't he?
That's happening.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. Main
Next,
event, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh no, it's not.
No,
Oh,
it's not, Troy.
no.
It's the most valuable part of this podcast.
I know what's coming up next.
Robert Stone requests time on Great American Bash because Wagner Von Wanker isn't on Great American Bash. Sokoa shows up. Von Wagner squares up. They're held back. Rah, big beastie boys. But guess what, Troy? Von Wanker's here. Von Wanker's here. So it's Come Tuesday fact time.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Come Tuesday?
What we're here for.
Why do you subject me to this fucking nonsense?
Come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Can
you drop in that soundbite if you don't already?
I do already.
Oh, amazing. Because I don't listen to this back. I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice. I also don't need to relive the horror that is this episode. So I don't need to listen to it back. So I don't know what sound effects you put in.
Oh yeah. Come Tuesday is like the little intro.
Oh, awesome.
It's literally just him saying Come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Roughly 100,000 years ago, in a romantic lagoon near Tampico on Gulf side of Mexico, two distinct fish species, a sailfin molly male and an Atlantic molly male, came together in an unlikely union. The colourful pair gave birth to the Amazon molly, an all-female, asexually reproducing mini carrot-length fish named after the all-female tribes of the Greek legend. Yet while these Amazons need no male genetic material to reproduce, they're not entirely independent. To kickstart their reproductive systems, they still need sperm in a bid to find a suitor into this kind of thing. Amazons will actually disrupt mating processes between sexually reproducing mollies they come across in an effort to steal the male's seed from an erstwhile mate by literally squeezing in between the pair. They kind of butt in, and then it's almost as if they're hoping to get the mate in that was meant for another female. The males that these Amazon mollies are mating were really have to get up close and personal with the Amazon mollies. These fishes have a specialized fin that they use to transfer sperm. We're actually talking about real copulation. It's not like a mass spawning. There's parasite female swoops in and gathers some sperm. Talk about too close for comfort.
Oh my God. You are the worst.
Come Tuesday.
So basically, the long and the short of that is there's fish that mate, but then there's a fish that comes in and goes, "Oh, that's not your dick, that's my dick." It just jumps in away and goes, "I'm going to have these babies," and that's it.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Aaron's about. Fuck. Right, less of that. Less of that.
Oh.
Can we now move on to the main event?
We can now move on to the main event.
Sweet baby Jesus and the Orphans.
It's Braun Breaker versus Cameron Grimes for the NXT title.
Cameron Grimes.
Brown?
No, Brun. Brun.
Oh.
Brun Breaker. Brown Breaker.
Braun Breaker with America. Fuck
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're so in tune. It's worrying.
The match starts. Braun uses power to take charge, going into picture, it's a Jerry Lolliquot time.
Oh no! I don't like the looks of this!
Cool. Aye.
Okay, this is the Playboy Evening Gown match at WrestleMania 20.
You picked the best one then.
Yep. How about that first match? It was a real slobber knocker. I provided the slobber, and they provided the
Oh my life! That's up there with one of the worst. That's disgusting. That's really, really bad.
If you want to hear that, go watch WrestleMania 20. Oh, fantastic.
Is it?
Right. That's your last Jerry Lawler quote.
Thank fuck for that.
You survived through it, Troy.
I didn't survive. I'm a broken man. A broken man.
Right. Braun's still in charge with brute strength. I wrote that down, but then they showed the replay of during the break he was getting beatings by Cameron Grimes.
Yeah.
Braun's continuously using strength as Grimes is firing up, but the injured arm keeps bothering him throughout the match. Braun hits a Frankensteiner for a 2. That was definitely a free, and even the crowd chant it, but it's fine.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it was a free.
There was a noise before that sounded like a 1 count, and then there was another 2 after that.
Yeah. Grimes goes for a cave-in for a 2 count. He tries to go to the moon. I assume he was going for another cave-in, but from the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
But then to end the match, he gets absolutely speared by Braun Breaker.
Spear at his britches.
Braun Breaker wins the match.
Mate, that was a great match. Actually, do you know what I'm saying? I thought the Waller and Hayes was probably match tonight. I take it back. This was really good. It was a really strong.
That's the one you're going for.
Yeah. It was good. Steady pace, built and built. For a moment, I thought Grimes was going to take it. They really played into the injured shoulder. He hit the cave-in. I thought he was going to win it off that. When he went for the cave-in off the second rope that led to the eventual spear for the win, that was when I thought, I was like, if I can get it. It genuinely is. And it won it like skin of his teeth. It makes me think, like, if they had a second match, like, would they give it him?
Could go. They'd need to do something with the story of it though, as well. They need.
I thought it was good, really good, and it was never going to be a bad match. Like, both are very good. Cameron Grimes is excellent.
Yeah.
However, what happened after?
What happened after is upon his celebration on the rampway, going. The little logo on the screen came up for whatever it says on it, saying "see you later," essentially. So some wee scrawny midget Finn Balor with a big head beard attacks Braun Breaker, and he shouts, "I was talking to you. You should have listened, pal." Aye, well, it's battering Braun Breaker. If you don't know who it was, JD McDonough,
formerly known as Jordan Devlin,
the
ace of NXT.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good ending. I love that ending. Like, Braun's got a proper, true, dirty, dastardly heel to go against next.
Yeah.
I would love, like, I'm looking forward very much to that match. Like, mate, fucking Jordan Devlin's excellent. I really do. Such a good storyteller. So entertaining to watch. Promos are fucking fire. Like, yeah, this is cool. What a debut as well. What a way to first display him to people.
Just that
that may not be familiar with him. It's fucking awesome. Really, really good.
Yeah. Thing is, see if they like play it out slowly. You can give fucking JD McDonough his wins before losing to Braun, if that's the way they want to go with it. Don't just feed him to Braun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of, is they just go, go. And Braun Breaker wins.
Like, I don't know. It feels like Braun is like, it's like almost like any minute now they could just pluck him and go main roster.
Yeah.
And so that when they bring someone in like JD, it's like, yeah, you could have him just lose it in his first defense because Braun's fine. Braun, like, even Grimes mentioned it last week. You could get called up to main roster next week.
Yeah.
You could be on SummerSlam at the end of the month. Like, it really could, like, straight up. But I know what you're saying. Like, do you just feed him straight to him or not? Is it the right or wrong thing to do?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the right thing if you're trying to have JD make an impact. Then yeah, it's a good thing. But then how strong, or rather not how strong, how weak does that make Bron look coming up to main roster, getting beat by a guy in his first match? I don't know, but regardless, it was a really cool way to debut JD.
Yeah,
big fan of that.
That was the end of NXT. That was
the end of the Great American Bash. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! What was your match of the night, mate?
I think it has to be Melo and Waller, to be honest. Yeah. My low for the show. To be fair, it wasn't a bad show.
It wasn't.
I enjoyed it. It didn't drag for me while I was watching it. I suppose give the opening match low. Out of everything on this card, there was nothing.
What, the women's tag match?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all right, but
yeah. Yeah, I did say earlier, like it was one of those that kind of looked better on paper.
Yeah.
It's a predictable kind of finish, a fairly run-of-the-mill tag match. It was for my low point, it was between that and Wesley and Trick Williams. Yeah, I'm gonna go Wesley and Trick Williams. It was just 3 minutes. It was kind of like very like, nah, it didn't need to be on there. Like this show would have been fine if it didn't have that on.
Yeah,
because it was only this and Tiffany Stratton against Wendy Chu were the only two kind of like non-big hyped up title matches. But for me, the positive coming off the back of the women's tag match outweighed anything that Wesley and Trick Williams gave me. So my low's Wesley and Trick Williams.
Yeah.
And my high is the main event, Breaker against Grimes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that muchly. That's that then. It's tidbit time. Tidbit time. I've got some tidbits for you, mate. We're going to do yesterday's date, the 5th of July. We'll do today's date at time of recording, the 6th of July. Start for the 5th. Notable birthdays. Adam Cole, baby, in 1989. Tatsuhito Takeawa in 1972, for those that follow Japanese wrestling. Little Tokyo in 1941. Hillbilly Jim in 1952. And your favorite, Aaron, in 1964, Jerry Sags.
Oh, fuck me.
Some notable, memorable moments over the years. We'll go back to 1994. At an SMW TV taping in Warrensville, North Carolina, Chris Candido defeated Scott Studd to win the vacant SMW Beat the Champ television title in less than 90 seconds. The concept of the title was that the champion would defend his title every week against a randomly drawn opponent. For each successful defense, the wrestler won $1,000, and if the champion could win 5 matches in a row, they would receive a $5,000 bonus, but they had to vacate the title. It's an interesting step there.
Yeah.
We'll get to 2016 with Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling aired what is considered to be the first true cinematic match in wrestling, titled The Final Deletion. The match pitched Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy and was filmed at the Hardy compound in North Carolina. It introduced the wrestling world to the broken universe and led to a career resurgence for both Hardys, who were re-signed by WWE the following spring. It led to a creative acclaim for the segment's producer, Jeremy Borash, who made the leap to WWE in the aftermath of this series and production airings. The legacy of the cinematic matches heightened in 2020 during the depths of the COVID-19 pandemic, when the traditional wrestling matches became harder to film. The most notable match saw The Undertaker face AJ Styles in the Boneyard match, which is also produced by Jeremy Borash. The match not only main evented night one of WrestleMania 36, but also served as the Undertaker's last of his illustrious career. Finally, 2019. Impact Wrestling Bash at the Brewery was held at Freetail Brewery in San Antonio, Texas. The Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles were won by The North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, after they defeated Latin American Exchange, Ortiz and Santana.
Damn.
There you go. Let me take a sip of my drink. There it is. And we'll move on to this day, the 6th of July. Notable birthdays. Lars Sullivan in 1988. Buffalo in 1974. Leatherface in 1964. And in 1914, Vincent J. McMahon. Ooh. Notable matches, moments throughout the years on this day. In 1997, WWF In Your House 16. Canadian Stampede was held in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, in front of 12,151 fans, and will go on to be named the best major wrestling card of 1997, as voted for by the Wrestling Observer newsletter. On that pay-per-view, in a free-for-all pre-show match, the Godwins defeated the Blackjacks, which comprised of Blackjack Bradshaw and Blackjack Wyndham. Mankind and Hunter Hearst Helmsley fought to a double countout. The Great Sasuke defeated Taka Michinoku with a tiger suplex to get the pin. This was the WWF debut for both wrestlers. The Undertaker defeated Vader to retain the WWF Championship, with Taker hitting Vader with a chokeslam and a tombstone. And the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jim Neidhart, Davey Boy Smith, and Brian Pillman defeated Team USA, which was Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock, Goldust, Hawk, and Animal, with Owen Hart getting a roll-up pin from Steve Austin. Disgusting. In 1998, WCW Nitro was at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia, in front of 41,000 fans in the main event. And in his hometown, the United States champion Goldberg pinned Hulk Hogan clean in the middle of the ring, following a spear and a jackhammer, to become the WCW World Heavyweight Champion and extend his legendary unbeaten streak.
Damn.
2019.
Sorry.
That's all right, darling. At the Impact, ROH Deep Impact tapings that were held at the World Gym Arena in Texas City, Texas, Brendan Steen won a 12-way elimination scramble match to become the Reality of Wrestling, which, if you don't know, Reality of Wrestling is Booker T's promotion.
Yeah.
The Reality of Wrestling Championship. Also in that match, Aiden Cristiano, Brian Keith, Cameron Cole, Dave Christ, Ethan Page, Isaiah, Jake Chris, Josh Alexander, Madman Fulton, Will Lockhart, and Willie Mack.
A lot of TNA names there.
A lot of TNA. So I've got one more for you, just one more. We're gonna bring it back to the year of 2019 in Newcastle upon Tyne. Progress Wrestling Chapter 91 presents Prog on Time. In a dark match, a 6-person tag, Fraser Thomas, HT Drake, and Screwface Ahmed defeated Benji, Connor Renshaw, and Zio Knox. Then in a 6-person tag on the main show, Darren Kearney, LJ Cleary, and Nathan Martin defeated by disqualification Chuck Mambo, Spike Trevay, and William Eva. Jörn Simmons defeated Connor Mills. Holy Dead defeated Candy Floss. Ilya Dragunov defeated Jordan Devlin. Paul Robinson defeated Primate in a street fight. David Starr defeated Brent Banks. And for the Progress title, this is one I'd love to see. Big Daddy Walter, just Walter, champion, defeated Eddie Kingston. That's that. There are your tidbits for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. And we hope you enjoyed this episode of NXT and our review of the Great American Bash. I've been Troy. It's been your man, Aaron. You can follow us on our social media outlets. I'm at Troy A. Grant, and you are at
Aaron Statcliffe, baby. Not
the
the
Twitters.
baby. Not the baby.
Not a baby.
Not the baby.
Don't kick the baby. That's us on Twitter. You can also follow the podcast itself on all of the social media outlets. You can get us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Untitled Wrestling Podcast, and Twitter, Twitch, and Discord at Untitled Rest Pod. Please do give us a follow, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mama, tell your dada, tell your nana, tell your grandpa, tell everyone. Get them to follow us. Give us a listen. Enjoy it. Thanks for checking us out. We'll catch you next week.
I named my pet rock after a wrestler. It was a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't get it.
I hate you.
Hello, yes, Danhausen here. Danhausen has been summoned. You must love this podcast, Hausen, the Untitled Wrestling Podcast, Hausen.